Okay, we got a fun little project today. A friend of ours took their car to us. It's head gaskets. Got one of the cylinder heads off. It's kind of a fun situation. I had a little bit of, if you look right here, this guy is a lot cleaner than the rest. So this guy was getting a little bit of water in here, but it was also coming out the back of the motor through from this water jacket. So it was just walking both ways. Not enough to really stop this thing from running or anything. It still ran just fine. These FEs, they'll just about chew on anything and keep on going. We see it in a disassembled state here. Had the GoPro up there already, so we just need to do a bunch of cleanup work and stuff and call it. I think it's pretty easy. So exhaust gasket, donut leak down there. There's nothing left of it. It wasn't even in there, so a little bit of a crack on that. We'll have to look at that and see if we're gonna run that or not. We got extras, so, but no, fun stuff, and we'll see what it's gonna take to get it running, keep it going. So okay, so didn't do anything with this. Gonna probably let this guy sit until tomorrow. But what I did do is come in here and paint the power steering pump black, because that's supposed to be black and not blue. The water pump was installed without being painted, so against the block it stood out. So now that's all been painted. This engine was painted blue at one point in time, so everywhere I could reach without like messing anything up got painted black, so it's not noticeable. So yeah, that's how that's supposed to be, and it'll end up looking like, I mean, it's a little dirty, but how this is factory with the Chevrolet orange valve covers. Believe it or not, that was a 1965 thing. 1 year only. This is a stovepipe power steering pump. That's done up in black like it's supposed to be. Water pump, black like it's supposed to be. Black. That's how it's all supposed to be. The only thing that was kind of a little special added touch was this was added here. Otherwise, this doesn't need to be here. I kind of like that. So they might end up getting the little lightning bolt painted black on those valve covers, and we're gonna paint the aluminum intake black as well, because ain't nobody needs to know that it's aluminum. It's there's no, we're not here for style points really. We're here for originality. We can still have fun with these parts, but that's what we're not about. So last thing we got to get ready to paint is this guy, and it'll be ready to go. So this one's just this one's the work car, baby blue, old reliable. This one's a 66, so the whole engine in this will be blue. Most of it's blue, and that's how it's supposed to be. So they change from year to year. Some fun stuff to know about these guys. This is 65, so it's got to be black with the Chevy red or Chevy orange valve covers. So that's all we are gonna do on this guy. I think I might put some stuff in there to kind of clean up the fender wells, and this will get hand washed. So, but no, we're just snoozing it up a little bit. Maybe he can leave the hood up on it if he so chooses. So just gonna clean some wiring up, nothing too special, and then call it good. So that's pretty much what's going on. I still don't think that there's any I don't think that there's any cracks in the cylinder heads. They really do look good. You can tell that this was just getting a little bit of water into the cylinder head, because the combustion chamber is clean, dirty. See, and look at how clean that one is compared to the rest. So there was a little bit of water getting in there. Really old crusty spark plugs, so we're gonna get him a new set of spark plugs in this thing too. So it's a wonder this thing was even running. So it's gonna get a tune up. And oh, here's the guy. Yeah. Fun stuff. This has still got to get cleaned up. Oh well. That's a two-hand thing. And then once this gets cleaned up, it's going to get painted black. So yeah, all fun stuff. Slowly getting it a little bit at a time. Oh, now it's starting to leak. There's still water in it, so oh well. So yeah, no, fun stuff all the way around. Very beautiful car. We're trying to take care of it with added towels and blankets and stuff all the way around it. So no, it's getting taken care of. I see I missed a spot right there. I'm almost out of paint, but this should do it. There. Good enough. So it'll just get cleaned up a little bit. We're not trying to make anything concourse. This is just a quick in and out, and the owner's gonna pick it up Monday or Tuesday. It's Saturday today, so nothing too special. A couple more days of just snoozing it up, that's all. So until next time on Project Mercury, I guess. Nah, that's cringy. Nah, no transition. Here's a little trick we learned from Uncle Tony's garage. Use a torch and just and we're not getting it too hot. You know, you can still touch all the surfaces, so we're not trying to get this hot or anything. We're just burning any oils that's evolved into the surface. All that does is it just cleans this surface to a point where paint can adhere to it really good. Yeah, we can still touch this with the back of my hand. Still stays really cool. No problem. Just for putting some paint on that, and really we're just putting clear or some primer on first. We're putting a light coat of primer on here just because learning with painting aluminum on that car, all the aluminum inside the car or the engine grows and contracts with heat and stuff, and well, the problem is when the paint is just straight onto the aluminum, it just does not want to go, you know, as soon as the aluminum starts expanding and contracting, the paint will just start flaking off and it'll look like it's got leprosy, and that's just not that very good. So a little bit of this to just give it a fighting chance for just a little bit of something to bite into. I don't care about these surfaces, they'll get sanded clean again. We're not trying to put a lot on here, just a little bit to promote a little bit better adhesion. Just give it something to bite into, that's all. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, that's a little bit much. Oh well. Put some primer on that too. Oh, that's a little bit much over there. Oh well. I do better job spray painting, I swear I do. This is just quick and dirty. What we might do for just a little nice touch is the Performer 390 and the Edelbrock. After it's finally painted and stuff, we might shoot a little paint over the top of that. I don't know. We'll see. I need to go get the Ford semi-gloss black. Start sitting down and shaking it up and see if it's good enough to use, or we just gotta toss it and wait for Dan to come back with another can. So actually, you know what, I'm gonna put a little bit of, well, I don't know, oh well. Look at that car. Isn't that nice or what? Yeah, it's dirty, don't worry, it's gonna get cleaned up one more time before it gets out of here. So damn, that's a look. That's a look. That looks good. Good enough for the girls we go out with. So gotta grab this one. Ended up knocking all the paint off of it. Oh well. Mercury. No, these are fun cars. I absolutely love them. So I'm gonna turn this guy around, let it sit in the sun over here a little bit. Yeah, there we are. So wait until that thing dries. Paint it. I see I missed some spots. Come on, you guys. Let's be nice. Stop being nasty to everyone. There we are. I was told that means good enough, so oh well. Hey, little update. It's most of the way back together. Did a little something special with the branding on the intake, trying to keep it so where you can't really tell what it is, but here's a little Easter egg just for the ones who are paying attention. So got that going pretty good. All we need to do now, this is all torqued down, everything's ready to go. It's time to fly some valve covers in here, carburetor, hook up a couple wire connections, change the oil, replace the engine mount, top off the coolant, and I think it'd be ready to go. I think we're doing pretty good. Ran into some problems with This is a very old, it's a Performer 390 intake. That's a very old style intake on this thing, which means kind of problem for, you know, it's been on and off multiple times in its life. I don't know if it's been on this engine, but like it's been on and off engines several times in its life, and one of the bolts going into the front of the manifold for the water neck was cross-threaded, so I just had to kind of, because the hole was eroded and they did a shoddy repair, and then like it was cross-threaded and it's just hot dog through a hallway with the original style bolt. Got one somewhere around here. I don't know what happened to it. Oh well. So the original style bolt, hot dog through a hallway in the repaired hole from years ago, and it's just been dancing around in there, and well, I ended up going one size larger on the hole. Where's the tab? I went to a 3/8/16 bolt. So normally I think that would be a 5/16 bolt that was in there, so I just stepped it up to a 3/8 bolt and tapped it into the repair job, and you know what, it's holding. So wish I got some of that on camera. It's just been really hot. It's like 90 degrees outside, and no we don't have any shade or anything, so having a GoPro out here for long periods of time is just not good. It's not happy when I run it like that. So oh well. We're still getting work done on it. We're close to being done. Don't know if we're gonna wrap it up tonight or wrap it up tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. We can do either or. So I kind of want to take the slower route. The owner's gonna drop by tonight and see what's up. When we're doing these guys, the rocker rails, the rocker arm rails, these bolts are torqued to 40 to 45 foot-pounds. Intakes are torqued to 32 to 35 foot-pounds, and there's no specifications, like special specifications that say is anything about aluminum, so it just got torqued to 35 as well. Kind of start in the center and you just zigzag all the way around until they're all done. So it's looking pretty good. Got just a couple things left to do. Gotta make a little bed for these guys to lay on. These are really beautiful. Chevy orange, Chevy red, Chevy orange. That's the factory color for 1965 valve covers. 1965 only valve covers. So I wasn't paying close enough attention to which valve cover came off of what side, so I'm going to review the video to double check, but one's a PCV, the other one's an oil fill. So they're all different whether you have an AC car or not. I think this one is the passenger side and this one's the driver side, and this guy, I think the AC cars would just have this be a longer stovepipe here, but nonetheless I'm going to check it out and make sure I'm correct, because this would be, you would want this by the So it would sit like this in the car. Oil fill right next to dipstick, PCV to the back of the carburetor or front of the carburetor, whatever it is. It's Edelbrock, so it's not the way it was intended to be. Never is. So oh well. Still gonna have fun with these. None. Nope, not gonna say that. Still gonna have fun with these. As always, can't wait to see what they're gonna look like on the engine. So I'll come back with an update later on. Kind of fun stuff. Okay, this is it. We're getting down to the end. Just only a couple more little things to do. Finish up the heater core and all that stuff going on, and we're going to set the timing right now. I gotta grab a spark plug out of there, find top dead center cylinder number 1, make sure that went back together correctly, just to confirm, because we didn't turn the engine over, did not move the distributor over, but you know, sometimes they still move, you know. So we're gonna check and make sure that's where it's supposed to be, and then start putting all the wires back from there. We can tell number 1's supposed to be right here. This is how it's supposed to sit in the engine. The vacuum advance, if your distributor has it, will stick out towards the front, and cylinder number 1 will point off in that direction about 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock on the engine, looking straight down, is where cylinder number 1, and it would be 1, 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 7, 8. So, and they're all numbered. If it's a factory manifold, it'll be, the manifolds will be numbered. They'll have the firing order here on the manifold, and then also, hey.
Working on it. See you. Good night.
Sorry, neighbors going by. So the firing order will be on the manifold. If it's a factory manifold, this is Edelbrock, so it's Edel crap, so it's not going to be on there. But on the factory manifolds, they also number their cylinders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each of the intake runners are numbered as well. It's kind of a cool little Easter egg, something a little different. But so you don't need a shop manual when you're working on these things. It's really foolproof. So it's fun stuff. I enjoy it, and I'm happy that it's simple enough so where that anyone can figure it out. So, and really, number 1 doesn't have to be there. You can point number 1 at number 1 cylinder, and just as long as you make all these go around. But then again, for the next guy, when they're trying to confirm timing and stuff like that, it's better to make sure that the distributor is in sync with the camshaft, and everything is all supposed to be the way it's meant to be. So we're gonna make sure number 1's off in that direction and call it good. Make it a little easier. Cylinder number 1. Spark plugs for cylinder number 1 is removed. Sorry. Trying to shove a finger in it. Just turn it over. I me to have this open. It's building. See if I can get a little bit shorter socket. Watch this be too short now. That'll work. I'm looking down here at this. The marks on the crankshaft. Yeah, so it's all messed up. That's alright. Still recording. Yep. Alright, so looks like that's all it needed right there. So you put this guy back down on here. Number one is right there. Fancy. So I say that is where it needs to be. We can look down the spark plug hole and see a piston right there at the top. So now we just need to do some wires. These wires are kind of interesting. They're all close to the same length, so let's see here. Let's separate these guys by shortest to longest. This one's obviously the shortest, so this one's gonna go there. And then these are all about the same length. There's 3 long ones and 4 short ones from there. So all the shorter of these will get put first, and then the 3 long ones. So the shortest one there, and then the 3 or 4 of them that's the same size, and then these ones are almost the same size. There's gonna be one of them that's gonna be longer than the rest. So 2 that's the same size in this group, and this one's the long one. So this one's gonna get put here on this side, and these ones are gonna be put right there. So now I've got them all separated by length, and we just start at number 1, and number 1 is actually not gonna be the shortest. Let's start with a middle one, a medium length. Will this get us from point A, that's not in all the way, around to there? Yeah, it looks like it. 5, this will be the short one because it's going right here. So That one will go to right there. Fancy. Plenty of reach, plenty of swing. All right, 4. That's going all the way in the back. Let's go with a medium long one. And it's going to come straight off the distributor. Drop underneath. Come around and go into the 4th hole there. This is going to just loosely sit on there. 1, 5, 4, 2. Let's go with a medium short one. Drop this guy right there. That guy will go there. 6. So we're gonna send this guy straight over here. Drop him underneath. I don't want this guy talking with the rest, so we'll see where we're gonna put this guy after. So he can hang out in there for now. It's dry, so don't worry. Let's go with the medium long. We're going to number 6. So we're just going to lightly put it there. And we're not putting them in, we're not, putting them on all the way, clipping everything in there, just because we might find a little bit better way of organizing the wires. And if that's the case, then why risk damage to wire just to rearrange it a little bit? So it's all about cable management, that's all. So 1, 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 7, 8. So let's go with the medium short one. This guy is probably going to go there, and this guy is going to go on the inside. Something like that. Maybe a little bit more over here. Better with it like this. This is 3, so it's gonna drop in right here. Sit right there like that. Clip that in. Okay, 7 and 8 are really easy because they're on this side, and we're just gonna have to figure out some routing just to kind of make them a little bit nicer. 7. And then 8. This just so happens to be the longest one. They're all in there, but we're gonna have to rearrange them a little bit to kind of make them a little nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you already paint that panel?
Yeah, it needs to be done a little bit more. It's sitting in the trailer.
In the trailer?
Yeah.
one
Hold
go?
on, hold on. Let's put the longest one.
Maybe it goes to the ignition coil.
There you go, you got it.
Oh, great.
Putting the longest one.
To the back.
No, not really. It goes around the front of the distributor. And to the side over here. Okay. They're not all the way clipped in either. And these will. Alright. This isn't critical, it's just makes them more tidy. Alright, so this is 7. And then let's make this one be 8 because it's more of a straight shot. Drop him in right here, and we probably can't see any of this, sorry.
How's it coming?
I'm just trying to get them
Route them.
looking nice, that's all. You were 1 tooth off on the distributor.
Was I? You sure?
Yeah.
That's why they make them adjustable. But I didn't put that on yet, so yeah, thank you. I'm not gonna bother painting it because
Right.
Yeah, leave it loose so where we can turn it if we have to.
right. Gotta line it up first.
It's just 0.
No, I mean the cover, the bolt. There.
Thank you.
What happened? Oh, looks good.
Alright. Just maybe crisscross to over here, so we're gonna set those guys up around and stuff. Clapped out.
F-150.
Clapped out F-150. F1 Kitty. It's getting there.
I'd run that one right through there. Is what I would do. Keep thinking everything's steel on this fucking shit.
I think that's good. I'm gonna sleep on it for right now, and I might rearrange them again tomorrow. I'll be over early in the morning again.
So you did a hard piece on
Yeah, it needed to be backed off 1 tooth, which is
Yeah,
usually the case.
Well, it's
And
as it
then
slides in, it's got a twist. Actually, this way. So, but that's why they have the adjustment too, so that.
yeah, but with these stupid vacuum horns, they don't give you a whole lot of adjustment to wrench it around either way, and so everything's reset back to 1. So we'll call it there for now.
So just exhaust, one
Mount,
bolt, fuel line, oil change, water hose, PVC, radiator fill.
Yeah, we're 2 hours and this thing's running tomorrow.
I should probably try to find a cover.
The bracket cover for that. He's talking about this bracket cover right here. Some fun stuff. This isn't perfect and it's going to be redone maybe, I don't know. We've been baking in the sun all day, so we'll see how it is for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll make it even nicer. So what I really want to do
But I hate the fact
is
it's loose. There's the this must be for a 64.
no, that's
Oh, no.
it. It's
got
this
the-
thing is,
No, we need this.
yeah,
That's
because
what we need.
it's already on there.
Yeah, this bracket's already on there.
So we can just take that apart and we'll get it painted and stick it on there. Yeah, this bracket's already here.
Goes right there. What happened?
No, nothing. Look at the view.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. Boys! No, that'll work right there.
Gotta clean it up a little bit, but
I don't have any more of the caution fan.
I'll tape over that. And
No, we'll take it off. You can get them. They're like $5.
okay, well then I'll wire wheel the whole thing
Yeah.
tomorrow, and that'll be a finishing touch for us. It's only got a 4-bladed fan on this one. We're not taking it off, but like, look at that.
It works.
I never got it because like all the 64 and older cars had 6-blade fans on them.
5 and 6. It all depends.
Mine's got a 6.
Somebody might put it on. I put Shelby's where she got
No,
6 or 7.
this is the beefy one. This one looks factory
Which one?
on my car.
Oh. I put that one on Shelby's.
This one, you can tell when they look factory.
Well, it'll also be stamped too. It's got a Federco stamp on it. No, it looks good. That kick down, just throw it in the trunk.
Yeah, I'll take that off when
Put the
This-
LG's
this
clip
thing?
back on it. Just call it there.
yeah.
Until he goes fucking gets a holly.
See, the problem is these cars are not meant to be running a carburetor that goes this way. All the stuff is wider this way and it needs to be this way. It's just not right. I mean, and we can go down more paths. You know, if you look down the throat of this thing, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. You know, that's supposed to be a 600 CFM carburetor, but if you look inside of it, there's a lot going on. So 600 CFM, it probably really moves 450 or 500 CFM worth of air going through it, but it's still jetted like it's a 600 CFM carburetor, which is
That's all a lie anyway. Most of them are.
yeah.
They're not.
And so like that's why you end up in a lot of situations where the darn thing might just be a little hard to start, or you know, it's a little temperamental. I want to pick up a new fuel filter. It went around the front side
like this.
yes, and I don't like that. You see, like everything about the Edelbrock carburetors is just back assward. You know, it's literally meant for a small block or big block Chev with the fuel pump on that side, the fuel on the.
You can't really go that way. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You literally have to go this way.
Yeah. There's no like nice way of routing it, whereas factory they had a hard line that came up right to the carburetor and it bolted right into the carburetor right there.
I'm trying to see if that's gonna hit the valve cover. We'll go with it. Like that.
It'll work.
I guess. So you don't want to put it under the water.
I'm gonna set it on top.
Yeah. And we don't have.
Thread it down like this, and then this guy will be kind of sitting there. We can shorten this hose. This hose can be shortened to make it so where it's not touching the valve cover. You know, it can be shortened up because it really needs to sit here like this.
And it should probably go under.
And
so feed me through there.
it was.
Go under this.
Yeah. And it still needs to be shortened up though.
Somebody's coming up.
Sounds like a charger.
Nope. No, a turd Rex.
It's a TRX.
It's a turd Rex.
I was close and
It's a T-Rex.
sounding like a charger. I thought it was a Hellcat. Well, it is a Hellcat. There goes a gallon of gas. Yeah, no.
So one exhaust
stupid
bolt.
things aren't meant to be there.
One exhaust bolt, motor mount, fuel line. That's tight. That's empty. I guess we'll see what happens.
Hey, actually, hold off. Wait. Don't crank it. Let me put that radiator fan shroud on there just to keep the radiator.
Yeah, because it'll suck the radiator in.
Let's put this guy back on.
Ready?
Boyfriend's going to prison!
Have a great day. We love you. Boyfriend's going to prison. Yeah, let's clear prop. messy. We couldn't tell.
I was just gonna say.
I was spinning. I tried to pull a lifter out, but they're so carboned in there at the top that I didn't feel like messing with that too much. But I gave them a spun in each of the. I spun them around in each of the bores.
Yeah.
And they.
That's a little flipper deal. Snipper. Zip guy.
They're a little wore out. You want me to get that?
He's trying. He's real loose. Real loose. Now we're getting tighter.
It's in the back of the engine too.
Well, the question is, will it start up really good? They shut it off and start it up. Put it in neutral, yeah. Then you kind of hold up on it a little bit. Starts right up.
I didn't even have to touch anything. Very nice. Okay, that's first run. We've got a couple of small issues to take care of, but there it is. It's we got light at the end of the tunnel. Fun stuff. This is a beautiful interior job on this car. We'll get something figured out with the speakers in the back, but the rest of this is nice. Okay, there we go. Some of the stuff we weren't able to record, but that's what it's supposed to look like. I mean, without the Edelbrock air cleaner. Sorry about that. Without the Edelbrock air cleaner, you know, all that Edelbrock carburetor. Edelbrock carburetor is taller, and this won't fit underneath the hood. As you can tell, it's been digging into the hood. So, unfortunately, they're just not meant for these cars. So, oh well. Factory fuel lines on these things was metal, and they screwed right into the carburetors. Kind of like this. Here's a filter. So sort of like that. There's another example. Same thing, except this is 2-barrel, that's a 4-barrel. So there's another 2-barrel. Come right on up and go straight into here, not around the back like on the Edelbrocks. The Hollies are even nicer because they take the fuel line, the input, straight onto the driver's side front of the carburetor, so it's very easy to plumb straight into it. Something kind of cool. And the bodies of these are a little bit shorter. And if you look down the throats of these guys too, don't go nowhere, they're straight through. There's nothing really inhibiting any of the airflow going into this, whereas you've got all those pockets and air valves and air bleeds and stuff like that that's going on. Yeah, there's some here, but all that stuff that's going on right inside the throat of the Edelbrock carburetors, they're just not meant to be like the highest performing out there. It's unfortunate. That's why Edelbrock finally is making a 4160 style carburetor. When it's in early production, I think it's been released, but it's still in early production, so I'm just waiting. And I'm gonna probably get one of those. I think it would be cool to play with, see what it's all about. There's no choke on it, and we don't run choke on any of our cars, so all of our chokes are adjusted all the way open or just not installed. So just start it up, babysit the car for a couple minutes in the morning, call it good. You're not supposed to be driving it while it's cold anyway. It's not good for the engine, so you know, it's nothing too big to do that. But hey, fun stuff, just beautiful car. Come on. Just like that, we're just about done with this one. Gonna go see how it drives and report back to you later. Actually, I'm gonna go walk across the street right quick and see how they're. First drive. Power steering, manual brakes. Dan's up there jamming out to music. I don't like this throttle spring. I'm gonna put a heavier one in. But it seems to be driving pretty good. There we go. Fun stuff.
That's another thing. Oh, your Blain, wait. I forgot. The bottom tail light, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Okay. So, your bottom one?
Yeah.
I tried plugging one in. It didn't line up. I don't know if the bulb's burnt. That one, I think the pigtail, it's got some shit in it. Maybe the existing plug was broke off in there or something. So you're not illegal,
Right.
Because you got tail lights, brake lights, but the bottom ones aren't working.
Got it. Okay.
So I just want to make sure that you're aware that that's something that you can play with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can
Am I
do
getting
that.
power to it?
Right.
And you'll see where the little pigtails come through.
Yeah.
I got the one shove through.
Right.
So, and your backup lights aren't connected either.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I don't know where that is in the whole thing.
yeah, you'd have to play with it and stuff.
Right.
But like I said, that's shit you can play with on a day off.
Yeah, on a sunny day.
Right. So anyway.
All right.
Well, have
Hey,
fun,
have a
man.
great day.
Give me a call.